Red button means we're live, a casual take with your boy Stephen Pepper, here to give a take off my chest. Last night was exactly why you bring in Kirk Cousins, to have a real professional at the quarterback position. I've always said this about Kirk. If you just give him some time to throw, any given night he can play like a top 10 quarterback. Because he's that good. That's a win. 36 points that I don't think the Falcons have been able to win since what? Prime Matt Ryan? And that was some time ago. I think it's fitting that the same night that the Falcons honored Matt Ryan at halftime, Kirk Cousins breaks Ryan's single game passing record with 509 yards. 509 yards. Who is throwing for 509 yards in 2024? With the two high safety, the emergence of the run game, it's like a struggle for quarterbacks to throw for more than 300. And here's Kirk throwing for 509 on Thursday Night Football. When you look at the Falcons season so far, all of their games have been decided by one score. And all their wins have been by game-winning drives. You think if they had rookie Michael Penix or any of the other quarterbacks, old Matt Ryan, Desmond Ridder, Taylor Heineke, what are the Falcons today? 0-5, 1-4 at best. But they're swag surfing at the end of the games, 3-2, because they brought a real professional late in games in Kirk Cousins. And that's been the difference for the Falcons this season. For years, they've had these solid, young offensive weapons in a division that has been so winnable. All they needed was a pro who can win games like this, and they have it now with Kirk Cousins. And before they even signed Kirk Cousins, what have we been told for years? Oh, man, Kirk Cousins, he can't win the games when the lights are bright. The Monday nights, the Sunday nights, Thursday nights, hell, the Saturday nights. They got Wednesday games for Christmas now, playoff games, light brights, big spots, standalone. Kirk Cousins isn't that good. He's only good at that 1 o'clock game when no one's watching. Well, the Falcons have had 3 primetime games so far, and it's only week 5. Seems like Kirk and ATL's a draw. And the Falcons are 2-1 in primetime games. Both of their wins were by masterful game-winning drives from Kirk Cousins, where he's just nuclear, just surgical, just throwing these ropes, and their only loss was to the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. If you're going to lose to anybody in prime time, I think it's going to be the Chiefs. But there are 2 wins. The Bucks, the Bucks and the Eagles, 2 teams that were in the playoffs last year. And that's the difference. The win last night, it couldn't have gotten any bigger. We're talking about a division rival, prime time. You win, you have the same record. Let's talk about the South for a second. The South, this is a division outside a couple MVP quarterback years that all you need was 9 games to win it. But this year with the Saints, the Bucks, the Falcons, it's going to take 10, 11 games. These teams are going to be into the end of the season to have a win already against the Saints. And to have this statement against the Bucks, now you have the same record as the Bucks. You're in the driver's seat in that division. You lose tonight. Last night, you're 2-3, and what are you doing? Playoff chances are really slim. Not just winning the division. Playoff chances are really slim. But Kirk Cousins comes through and stuns the Bucks. And now, I've always said why I like the Bucks. I preached all offseason. They have the second easiest schedule in the league. Now they have the easiest remaining schedule in the NFL because the biggest stretch of their season is behind them. Saints, Steelers, Chiefs, Eagles, Bucks, it's behind them. They haven't even got to their layup games. The Panthers twice a year, and the Patriots. They're going to start piling up a couple wins. They're 3-2 today. Their only losses were to Pittsburgh's defense week 1 with Kirk Cousins, first game back, stiff as a rock, and again, to the Chiefs in prime time. But you feel comfortable to start piling up wins at the end of the season because they got a quarterback who can go 42 of 58, 509 yards, 4 touchdowns and a pick, and just be surgical down the stretch. That drive in the fourth quarter to set up the game-winning field goal, they got about a minute or something left, no timeouts. Doesn't feel like he missed a pass. Just boom, 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 spike the ball, field goal. And in overtime, the game-winning touchdown, Kirk loses his top wide receiver who he was humming with all night for 150 yards himself. And that very next play, didn't matter, throws a strike to his replacement, and he runs in for a touchdown. But that's what I've been saying all offseason. This is exactly why you bring in Kirk Cousins. He's a real professional at that position. He's a guy that if you just give him some time to throw, and he had a lot of time last night because the Bucs defense kind of didn't really show up. If you give him time, give him some weapons, he is going to play like a top 10 quarterback. He is that smart. He is that accurate. And if you think about where the Falcons are at, you are happy you have him. You're over there swag surfing in the crowd because you have a quarterback now who can take that division. You haven't had that since prime Matt Ryan, but they got the easiest schedule remaining in the league. That was a huge win, not only for the Falcons, but for primetime Kirk Cousins, 509 yards. That's why you bring him in. But I appreciate everyone for tuning into this episode of A Casual Take. Follow my social media, stay updated on all things related to the show. Shout out to Joel for watching in class, and see ya.